my friend. All right. So, our first discussion tonight, the developers of the day before. I don't know if you guys remember the day before, but FnTastic created a scam game that was the most wishlisted game on Steam. We covered it for a couple of videos. I wish I had done YouTube earlier so I could have had like so many more videos farming the day before and the scam that it was. But we only got the chance to make two. But FnTastic, they have threatened to return, blaming the hate campaign for the failure of its ill-fated survival MMO, which is hilarious. This is probably, I would say, quite possibly the biggest scam in gaming in the past 5 years. Which is saying something. They've been some pretty big scams. I mean, literally Call of Duty still exists, so that's an example. But man, there have been some serious scams in gaming. But in the past 5 years, I think the day before was actually the biggest one. I can't think of a bigger one. If you guys can think of a bigger one, please let me know, because I cannot think of one. But let's read this. The day before developer has issued a statement attempting to counter alleged misinformation about the launch. Dude, this is such copium from FnTastic. This is hilarious, man. This is absolutely hilarious. It was so funny because this is like one of the first things. And absolutely, buddy. No worries, Mr. FortuneBot. Hopefully catch you soon. We love you. If you're able to leave a lurk, it means the world. And thank you so much for hopping on in. And happy birthday again to you, my friend. I'm so glad we share a birthday. And countless more, my friend. We love you tons. And don't be a stranger. Either this coming weekend or next weekend is when I'll be doing my special birthday marathon stream. And that'll be a lot of fun as well. So keep your eye out for that, my friend. Keep your eye out for that. Could someone explain to TNT, buddy? Could someone explain to TNT? All right. Okay. So the day before developer FnTastic has issued a statement attempting to counter alleged misinformation. Dude, the quotes are doing some heavy lifting in here about the launch of the game, the closure of its studio, partially laying blame on bloggers, content creators, and a hate campaign. It was amazing because like the entire content creation community of streamers, gamers in general, even people not involved in content creation, and the actual gaming journalists who usually don't put out anything good. They actually all came together in a perfect storm to do nothing but trash for the first time pretty much ever in a long time. Everyone just held hands. They're like, you know what, we're uniting against the common foe. They straight up did the bro shake from all the way back.
Son of a bitch.
They did the bro shake from the OG Predator. That's like of like everyone that even hate each other coming together, being like, you know what? Let's call a truce so we can all trash FnTastic together. It was amazing. It was like a week's worth of content that everyone came together for, just shitting on the day before in a viable way, and giving real information about it. And it was good. It was good. So they to the point that they had to shut down. In a post on Twitter, FnTastic says that it is providing an official response to the misinformation from supposedly anonymous sources. Dude, it's so funny. None of us were anonymous. We all posted it on our like real accounts or anything. This wasn't like some shadow movement. We were like all openly making the content about the development of the game. It is not clear what the misinformation is supposed to be, as recent headlines about the day before focused on the closure of the game servers and rumors that a studio leads have already started to work on a new game. Nevertheless, FnTastic has hit back claims that it deceived players, claiming that we didn't take a penny from users. You had to buy the game for $40, $50, something like that, straight up in order to play it. And it was so bad that Steam broke its own code to because basically Steam has a thing where even if they delist a game, you have to return the game before 2 hours, and that's the only time to really refund it. Steam broke their own code for this broke precedent and was like, you know what? This game is so bad, we're going to return the money for literally every single poor soul who bought this game. It was amazing. Like, holy crap, man. They've never done that before that I know of. Okay, and congratulating itself for forcibly issuing refunds for those who did not request them. They were forced at gunpoint to do this almost, man. Legal gunpoint. Likely referring to the game's publisher, Mytona, auto-refunding all copies of the game. It also counters claims that it deceived investors, stating that Mytona and FnTastic still have a great relationship and that the success of FnTastic's previous game, Prop Night, helped finance the development of The Day Before. What is this? Okay, this is their actual tweet response, whatever. The studio also suggests that the claims made by anonymous former employees are inaccurate, casting aspirations about the very existence of those employees. The company claims to have an excellent relationship with the team, praising itself for timely salary payments, amongst other things. It doesn't mention the reports of the studio previously relying on the work of unpaid volunteers. Dude, FnTastic was such a trash company. They begged, pleaded, harassed, and manipulated fans of their own game. People that were hyped up for their own game. Basically begging them to do unpaid work. That is exactly what they did. It is horrendous. If you look for the AMAs about this and everything like that, like the people involved in the project that were, you know, they believed in the project. A lot of people believed in it. A lot of people wanted this game to work. Dude, I even knew it was a scam for like 3 years, and I really, really wanted to be wrong. There were so many people that wanted to be wrong about this game. To the point that they were unpaid volunteers. Ask yourself why games still cost $60. Ryan, incorrect. They now generally, for the top tier games, they cost $70. They increased the price, bro. It's even worse. It's even worse. $70. Yeah, exactly. The statement's tone becomes increasingly combative. Oh my god. I love it, man. The FnTastic devs are like, oh my god, there's something special. This is truly the gift that keeps on giving. Oh my god. Increasingly combative as it progresses into discussing who may have profited from The Day Before. According to FnTastic, certain bloggers made huge money by creating false content to gain views and followers, exploiting a lack of information about the game's development. Okay, this is partly correct, because I am one of these people. One of my biggest first videos on YouTube, I think it was like my 4th video that I put on YouTube or something, or like 5th or 6th video. It was my first video to cross 100 views where I talked about The Day Before. I only wish I had talked about The Day Before and started YouTube sooner. Like, oh my god. Holy smokes. Dude, there's a really good content creator who now makes like content on YouTube about like various scams in general, but they cut their teeth making videos about The Day Before. Like, they started to make their first videos about The Day Before like 3 years ago, and now they're like a pretty good size YouTube. And I look at that and I'm like, man, I absolutely missed out, man. Holy shit. But you know what? That part is true. However, there was no lack of information about the game's development, man. We had to dig deep and gave really good cited sources about the scam. Like, at least it wasn't false. Like, this was one of the few times where people's content about this game wasn't trash on YouTube. Like, people actually were, because people wanted this game to succeed, and when they started to figure out it was a scam, everyone was righteously pissed. Straight up, man, like, it was one of the few times that I actually don't have a problem with people's content about a game. Like, just universally. I don't think I've seen a single bit of content about The Day Before that I was like, you know what? This is just cheap, like, shilling. No, all of it was, like, quite highly sourced and everything. It was kind of obvious as well, like, what parts are scam. Man, even, like, dude, we had an AMA from a Riot game dev. Like, an actual Riot game dev that works in the animation department of Riot, talking about why the trailer for The Day Before, this is like the big one that everyone got hyped for. This is the one that made it the most wishlisted game on Steam. And there's like a really, really great video again, like 3 years ago, unfortunately, so way before I started YouTube, about how that trailer is not a gameplay trailer. And they're trying to fake it and make it look like a gameplay trailer. And they were explaining in very, very detailed, like, gaming knowledge terms of, like, someone who is in the business. Talking about why it is pre-rendered, like, why certain characters would not move like that, so on and so forth. Basically poking all the holes. With really good source material, and it was a banger video, man. Like, I really wish I could find that video and showcase it to you guys even 3 years after the fact. It is one of my favorite videos, like, as like a giant a really, really important, like, ethical, well-made takedown of a scam. It was so good. But yeah, anyways, likely reference to the fact that Day Before went through a significant period of radio silence before a 9-month delay over copyright issues in the wake of a disappointing trailer. This disappointing trailer is when they actually tried to show gameplay, by the way. FnTastic claims that the actions of these bloggers triggered a gold rush among content creators due to the game's pre-release popularity. You know, this part is not this part is not false. When everyone started to make content about it, it kind of snowballed. And that's only a good thing, though, because it was all true statements about how it's a scam. The studio discusses, dude, this reminds me, FnTastic's tone about all this, it reminds me of, like, a kid with their hand in a cookie jar, and they got caught by their mom, and they're just, like, making up excuse after excuse. Oh, my hand's not in the cookie jar, Mom. Like, this is, I thought this was the jar that has my homework, Mom. I was looking for pencils or pens to write my homework, Mom. Son, it's clearly labeled as cookies. Yeah, I can't read, Mom. It's really difficult to be in 9th grade and not actually able to read. Oh my God. Holy shit, man. These people are insane. Studio discusses the claims that the Day Before didn't live up to its own trailer. It claims that we implemented everything shown in the trailers. Man, my second video goes through all of the trailers. I wrote everything down of what was covered in those trailers and was not in the game, and showcased how it wasn't in the game. Like, people, we did the math. I think they had more stuff not shown in the trailers, or was fake or whatever, than was actually in the game by like a factor of 3. It was actually astounding how much they lied. And a few minor features were temporarily disabled to bugs. Dude, the bugs were like the only highlight of the game, actually. The bugs were insane in the game. You went deep on the Day Before? Absolutely. I loved it, man. It was so fun. I am only happy to read this, by the way, guys. I want you to know, I'm not upset, because everyone knows FnTastic is a scam now. So first of all, it's going to be harder for them to make their scam. And second of all, we're going to cover it in here, and we're going to make content out of it. And I am absolutely not making the same mistake I did the first time. I only made 2 videos the first time. I should have made 10. I should have made 20. I should have made 30 videos, man. Holy smokes, I would be monetized on YouTube by now. By the way, if you're watching this video, friendly reminder on YouTube, if you're watching this video, please support the channel if you like this content. If you like any other content, we do stream on Twitch every single night. This is live on Twitch right now at Cap Corgi on Twitch, and it is a lot of fun in there, and you can catch all the YouTube content straight up live. And have a really, really good time and get your comments in and be able to have a back and forth with me. So yeah, this is a little mid video reminder to click that sub button, click that like button, and enjoy the good vibes. And get in on some of the giveaways we have live on stream every single time we get to 40 concurrent viewers, or a special event like tonight. All right, but studio claims didn't live up. Yeah, it doesn't address suggestions from the games that the game was not really the survival MMO it was billed as, but was actually an extraction shooter. Dude, that was like the least of the worries. I didn't even mind that it was an extraction shooter. I minded that it was a piece of shit. Like, I minded that it was a lying piece of shit that missed like 99% of the features that it talked about having. It just was lying. Lying through its eye teeth. Lying through its nostrils. Lying through its mouth, man. It was so fun. Finally, the statement goes on to say that the game shut down because the negative bias instilled by certain bloggers making money on hate affected perceptions of the game, and that the hate campaign inflicted significant damage before the day before could recover from its launch, which saw that several players unable to progress from the game's first room without encountering several game-breaking bugs. Dude, this is one of the only times that we were able to catch a scam at its inception before too many people wasted their money on a scam. I am legitimately so proud of the gaming community to save the gaming community at large from a scam. This was amazing, man. This was amazing. I really hope we see this again. I want FnTastic to make another game so we can have the gaming community unite again. Because the gaming community has started to argue about stupid shit all over again. So if they make another game, finally people can, like, you know, shake hands, sing Kumbaya in front of a pyre of FnTastic being burned at the stake, while we shit on whatever trash scam game they decide to make next. It is going to be a lot of fun. FnTastic closes the statement by pointing to the success of inflated black market sales of the game, encouraging readers to follow the studio on social media to know what will happen next. Moving past the obviously antagonistic tone of the statement, it's hard to get any firm answers from FnTastic. The studio appears to be trying to get ahead of reports from former employees, but as the time of this writing, it's not clear on what those reports might be, other than a month-old Russian language video on YouTube alleging crunch and a chaotic production schedule. The suggestion that players should follow FnTastic for information about future projects is particularly confusing, given that the studio announced its closure in the wake of a day before's launch. I told you they didn't actually close, guys. I told you. They will never close, because people who think it's like a scammer who doesn't, a sociopath, or that's a scammer who doesn't realize they've ever done anything wrong in their life, so they keep doing worse and worse things until they, like, get thrown in jail. It's like one of those kind of situations. And I, for one, welcome their next game, because we will cover it on here. I will make sure you know about it, and I will make sure that I sound the alarm with larger creators than I, giving them any information I have, so we can shut down any scam and make fun of FnTastic and meme along the way. It'll be a lot of fun. So hope you guys enjoyed that segment.